Hello, welcome to Lemon Stews, where we talk anything and everything entertainment. I'm, of course, Lemon himself, Zeke Lemon, and this is my review for episode 3 of Creature Commandos. But before we get into that, let's get the house clean out of the way, shall you? Leave a like, comment below, let me know your thoughts on Creature Commandos, and of course, hit that subscribe button as it helps me grow into my YouTube career. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, all that out of the way, let's get into the review, shall we? So, James Gunn DC continues to take form with this show, and you know, the main thing I said about last week's review is that I expect moving forward that we do get a character-centered focus throughout each one, and it does look like that is going to be the case. We had the GI robot. This was his episode. Next week we get the Weasel, and I really did like this episode. I just wasn't a huge fan of some of the structure of it. Now, this beginning part is very much a pet peeve. I prefer if they did this. I just wish there was another way that we could have gone around this, is that we kick off with our heroes getting to the bride's original home. And they show up and, you know, the bride's tied up and Nina is in the bathtub with barbed wire at the top where she can't get out. And then they get there like, well, why didn't they kill you? Why did they trap you and then just leave? And then it realizes, oh, they used y'all as bait to get the rest of the creatures over here. And therefore they could attack the house to get the princess. And I'm just like, well, why did you keep them alive? Like, you knew, like, okay, the team's all going, kill them and get the hell out of there. And then it was just kind of dumb to me. Like, because even if they all get back, because you assume that you kill the princess in time before they get back, right? And I can tell that, you know, it's like, look, our beef isn't with them, it's with the princess, so let's not kill them. And maybe that's going to be the red herring, because it does seem like this princess is the reason why all the bad stuff happens by, you know, next week's, you know, tidbit showed us at the end of the episode, is that this princess is what caused, you know, with Superman and other characters that we are going to see later on within this universe, is that this girl, that I do not remember her name for some reason, is really a good guy, and she's like, look, my fight isn't with them, it's with her, so I just need to kill her. If it goes down that road, then, you know, we'll retroactively go, okay, well, you know, then fine, she kept them alive and that's okay. But at this time, she's billed as the bad guy, she's billed as the big threat, and here we are. I also wasn't a huge fan that she wouldn't kill the princess. She kept playing with her food. It honestly bugged me, like, you had it. And I don't know how this princess was alive after these two big pushes. I wish the dialogue was a little different. That way it was like, how are you not dead? Wow, you really are special. Just to give a little tease, you know, to be like, oh, okay, so this is why she won't die and why he's taking a lot more hits. Because I'm telling you right now, I like to think of myself as a strong-willed man. But I'm telling you, a hit from her, oh, I'm done. I'm dead. I don't care how it pushes me through. I'm just gonna sit there and be still, because I will be dead at that point. But yeah, it was just those two things. Some of the setup and some of the execution I just wasn't a huge fan of. But there are some retroactive things with at least the setup that happens later on, where I will retroactively go, okay, you know what? I'm no longer mad about that because of this was going to happen. Besides that, I think the episode was great. I loved everything that we did with the Tin Man. I love everything that we did with GI Robot, and learning about his past. And, you know, they asked a question that, you know, we have not asked before, but they did it in a semi-more original way with, like, okay, look, he's AI, but he just has an objective. Does he truly have feelings? Blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, it kind of seems like he doesn't. Like, he will do his objective no matter what, because we see him with his friends at first, and he just wants to be with his boys, and there he is with his team. He has his new boys with there, and, you know, he has his friend Nina, and, you know, they're killing Nazis together, and you know, that brings him such glee, that brings him such joy. And then as he goes through the years, the scientist does some experiments on him, gives him a few upgrades, and then he gets bought by this guy who, probably out of everyone else, you know, where they saw him as his objective, killing Nazis, and found him fascinating and to work on him, this guy treated him more human than anyone else. And, you know, he's nurturing him, he's putting a coat on him. He's like, I don't get cold, sir. He goes, well, you know, we don't want your metal to get all rusty, so this is just for a safe precaution. And it was right when they were driving, and he goes, yeah, we're just gonna go get it with some of my friends who want a better country or something like that. And when he said that, I was like, oh my God, he's a white supremacist. And it was a little eerie seeing this guy, because, you know, even when he realizes he's a Nazi, he goes, oh, Nazis. Like, he's just like, this guy took me in. His cats, you know, give me all the love in the world, which poor cats, because Jesus Christ, what is going to happen to those cats? Hopefully they're taken care of. That he sees like, oh my God, they're Nazis. And then without even a split second kills them all, and that's what leads them into the institution. I just thought it was executed beautifully to see that, because again, even though they're Nazis, they're neo-Nazis, one of the worst people ever, you still like see some horror within that, because it's just like, wow, I took this guy in, I gave him some nurture, I gave him all this love, and just because he has this objective, in the blink of an eye, he shot me and killed me. And then he goes off on them too when he goes, sir, are these Nazis? And Rick goes, yeah, they're Nazis. And he goes off, and then he dies in classic James Gunn fashion. Now, I don't know if he's necessarily going to stay dead, because he's a robot. Like, yeah, sure, they kind of wrote him off when Nina picks him up, and he goes, oh, because he got what he wanted. He got to kill Nazis again with his boys and with his friend Nina. He says, what a happy day. Then he shuts off. I would assume he's going to get rebuilt, and then it's going to be fine after that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to see what's going to happen next week, to see why this princess needs to die. Why is she the cause of everything that's going to happen within this universe? It does seem like this show is much bigger than what we originally thought it was, which is probably needed. It could be like, look, the animated stuff is just as important as the live action. So yeah, put a big event within this little television show, and you know, get more people to buy in, because I don't think the viewership's doing that well right now. But I could be wrong on that. But you go like, look, we have this big event coming on. This big event happened here, and it happens early. Maybe the viewership skyrockets a little bit, because it, again, is helping to shape form the universe. And then we go from there. But yeah, overall, I liked the episode. I just didn't like those two things I talked about in the beginning. What did you think about it? Comment below. Let me know. If you made it this far within the review, please leave a like. I would greatly appreciate that. And again, hit that subscribe button as we continue this ride together, along with many other things. What If, I do believe, starts next week. We'll be covering that as well. If you're into wrestling, we got Raw and SmackDown reviews. Got Saturday Night's main event this Saturday. And just many more, including 2025. We're going to be very, very, very busy. But until next time, guys, I'll see you here at Limit Studios.